The sun blazed. The wagon baked. Zane felt like a trapped chicken in an oven. Every bump twisted his insides worse. He clutched his stomach, glaring out at the relentless sky. Sweat. Shaking. Nothing but sweat and shaking. Dreams? Burned up. Hopes? Shattered. All that was left was dust. Dust on everything. Dust in his mouth. Dust that made the world look as hopeless as he felt. They had traded cheers and palace halls for creaky wheels on a road designed by someone who hated roads. Each mile seemed worse than the last, like the world was laughing at all the bad choices they had made.
Exile changes nothing. This village will be our base. From here we plan our attack.
Attack? We almost got executed for littering. Littering Darius. And now you want to plan an attack from a village where soap is probably considered a magic relic?
Let's dig secret tunnels. And a trapdoor straight to the king's bathtub. Imagine it. He's brushing his teeth. Totally unsuspecting. And bam.
This is how every bad story starts. We're gonna be betrayed, thrown in a dungeon, eating gruel until we die.
Excellent. Gruel is high in fiber. Keeps the mind sharp and the body ready. We should add it to our diet.
Yeah. And we could make a super mold from it. Gruel experiments. We'll be unstoppable.
Zane looked up at the sky for mercy. There was none. Just that cruel sun, blazing away. The wagon groaned, making a screeching noise like a dragon with something stuck in its throat. Then it gave up, stopped dead in the road. Lyra almost fell off her crate, but she caught herself, laughing like it was all part of the fun. Zane, not as lucky, smacked against the wall of the wagon and yelped, rubbing his shoulder. The driver didn't even care.
End of the line, folks. Welcome to... Well, see for yourselves.
Zane climbed down, half dreading it, half giving up. The sight before him was, to put it lightly, a mess. The village looked like it had lost a battle with a giant, and then decided it wasn't worth getting back up. Crumbling walls leaned at awkward angles. Roofs sagged under the weight of too many holes, and the air smelled like smoke and decay.
Gods above. The report said it was rustic. But this is just collapsing.
The air literally tastes like regret. How are we supposed to launch anything from here other than a desperate cry for help?
Needs work. Lots of work. And maybe like 5 or 6 explosions.
They walked into the village. Kids stopped playing to stare, their wide eyes full of fear and curiosity. Doors cracked open just enough for people to peek out. Whispers floated around like ghosts. Then, from a hut that looked like it could fall over if someone sneezed, an old woman walked out. She was bent, but steady. Her face had deep lines from years of hard times, but her eyes were warm. She walked up to Zane, holding out a chipped wooden cup.
Welcome, travelers, to the village of drudgery.
Zane took the cup.
Thanks.
He looked inside. Water. Actual water. A boy crept up behind the old woman, holding a bruised apple. He handed it to Lyra, his eyes wide.
Why, thank you, kind sir.
She took a huge bite.
Could use cinnamon, but it has potential.
She ruffled the boy's hair, and he smiled shyly. The other villagers came closer, curiosity winning over fear. Zane could feel their stares.
You must be tired.
She pointed to a nearby hut. The roof was sagging. Badly.
You could rest in.
Crack. The hut collapsed. Dust flew everywhere. Wood scattered.
Great. Not only are we exiles, but now we're homeless exiles. Just what I always wanted.
Look on the bright side. Open concept. Lots of fresh air.
Yes, a campsite will work. Fewer chances for things to collapse.
Gravity is tricky here. Best to keep things simple.
Wonderful. What other joys are waiting for us in this lovely place?
Darius pointed to a patch of dirt.
That will be our base.
I love camping. So many creative possibilities.
Lyra dug through her bag. She pulled out a colorful blanket, holding it up like it was some rare treasure.
I even brought ambience.
Ambience? We're surrounded by nothing. No one cares about ambience here.
He stared at Lyra like she had lost her mind, which, honestly, she probably had. Lyra draped the blanket over a pole. It fell over.
We're starting a revolution. Presentation is everything.
Hours later, with the sky turning orange, their 3 tents were up. Sort of. One leaned like it was about to fall over. Another flapped like a wounded bird. and the third was more of a pile of fabric. Darius inspected them.
Functional. It will do.
Yeah, if by functional you mean barely standing.
You bring a certain energy to our humble village. It's been a while since we've seen such creativity.
We aim to please, Granny. And by please, I mean chaos.
Chaos, dear. You've come to the right place. Drudgery has had plenty of that.
Okay, that's kinda spooky. What do you mean?
We are the forgotten ones, left to fend for ourselves while magic beasts roam just beyond our borders.